Broadcast. Audio. Sir.
3, 2, 1.
All right, tonight I try to have something, try to be as nice as possible. I wanted to send an email and say it's mandatory if you want to get where you want to go. You see, no one wants to be told what to do. But the reality is, at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you what to do. I guarantee to get you 5 to 10,000 a month easily. But all you have to do is listen and learn. You have to follow through. Not easy, not hard, but guess what? Some people get stuck. That kind of sucks. But tonight I'm going to be a little bit blunt, so okay? All right, bear with that. These are American Express cards. Let's understand something. American Express has a blueprint loan. Years ago, they named it after me. They said two of the employees, but who knows? I don't really care about that. What I care about is if I get a gold card or platinum card, I can line up a line of credit. It's called a blueprint loan. Now, why would you want one of those? Well, let's see. Today, you wanted to get a Wendy's restaurant. Oh, you forgot that, did you? You drove by it the other day. I don't get it. I don't understand the way people think. All right, it kind of, sorry to say, it kind of pisses me off. You drive down the busy street today. You see the Wendy's on the right-hand side. Why didn't you ask yourself who owns it? Why didn't you do your research behind the scenes and find out you could actually invest and own 25%, 50 to 75% of the Wendy's restaurant? Jack in the Box, storage unit, laundromat, dry cleaning. All right, see, these are the things I've done all my life. That's the thing I'm great at. All right, but I like creating money because I didn't like living on the streets and you'd have a trash can. Kind of sucks, but again, the reality is simple. Tonight, I want to give you basically what you could do for you, if you want to do it for you. But again, what can I say? Blueprint loans, okay? Blueprint loans, write it down. If I get a blueprint loan, what are you going to do with it? See, here's the problem. Some of you have bad credit. The reality is you got to rebuild it the right way. Some of you have been playing that up and down game for years. We have to rebuild you. You see, you're 35 to 75 years old, most of you. And I know that, so do you. But what do? I think you're disappointed. I think you're disappointed because you didn't get the things you really wanted to do. Everybody wants to be rich. No, it's not true. All these ding-dongs on social media, again, I'm rich, they're not rich, their corporations are rich. I'll never say I'm rich because I don't want to be rich. I want to be the puppet master that controls millions and billions, and that's what I've always done. Today, this is live. The goal, you can have questions as well. But what are we looking to do? We're looking to create something as an opportunity. I had a problem in the late 80s and 90s. My problem is I had more escrows and I had more people than me. I'm only one person. That's all I can do. I'm me. That's it. Corporations, divisions, I can run out of positions. I ran out of soldiers. My divisions were my soldiers till I got to a point of 2.6 billion. At 26, by the way. I like the billion. Now I want to go for trillion just for the hell of it. Why not? If you're going to accomplish the goal, go all the way. See, some of you, you got half your foot on the shore and half the foot in the boat. You're stuck. You're afraid to do it again and again and again, because why? Your friends and family, some of them probably ripped you off. You know, here's a problem. Here's a man or a woman. They're all watching. I see it on screen. Here's a couple watching this tonight. It's great. Okay, now here's what's happened. The man has tried a dozen times to do something, again and again and again. She's tried to cheer him on. Now it's like, honey, that might be another ripoff. We've all been screwed up. We've all been ripped off on. All of us, friends and family, don't matter. See, what you got to realize is if a man can be the cheerleader for the woman, all right, she'll take over everything for there. But again, men don't know how to shut up anyway. There are women who are tape recorders. That's just another story of that. So the reality is, let's see. Husband and wife, we got to position you. We got to make sure you're on the same page. See, I'm going to get you where you want to go if you allow me to. I'm the only one on planet Earth that does what I do anyway, so it's fun. Some people get pissed off. Ray, I don't like you anymore. They go away and they come back. I got clients, literally, for the last 49 years. I got one sitting in this room now here has been a client for 30 years. All right? See, let's understand. I never ripped anybody off. I'm not full of you-know-what. But I do push, and I do get pissed off, too, because people screw things up. I don't want that screwed up. So when I said see it, believe it, go get it, we're going to do that. Now, I believe you take your cell phone and you film everything you can. Oh, goody. You're wasting your time. I'll bet you 99% of what's in your cell phone, those pictures, you don't look at them at all. That 1% you look at. Let's take pictures of things that matter tonight. Okay, so in the beginning, no pictures are recorded. I'll tell you exactly what matters to you, all right, before I even ask you permission. I'm going to tell you what to do anyway. That's just me. Now, I know the world says white man can't jump. That's called stupid. I broke the record in 81, highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. The light's 13 feet, hit my head, my foot. 13 feet, just straight up, boom! I don't know about these Fruit Loop belts nowadays. It's white, purple, green, oh, what is it, orange too? We got white, brown, and black. Kick some ass at. That's the old days. I like goodies. You like goodies? You see, for me, I will never tell you I have a goodie. I'll tell you that I have a corporation. I'm the CFO, and I got the damn keys. That's what I'll tell you. I'm a puppet master. Why? Because I don't own anything. If I own it, they're going to take it away anyway. Every shithead I've ever had in my life wants to use and abuse me. It sucks. We all know what I'm talking about. We've all been through hell a little bit too. I like goodies. You like goodies? Goodies to me are the assets or the mansions, and that's fun as we play. All I can tell you is I got my first million through corporate structure when I was 14 and a half years old. Got $1 million in the freaking bank. I wrote literally Winning the Game of Business in 1976. Do you realize I was 16 at the time? I was already building my mansion in Nelligale, California. I'm driving a Lamborghini, Orange Coast College. You see, I think bullshit doesn't pay your bills. And there's a lot of bullshit out there. Sorry to say it's just true. One of my books called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. Our choice is simple. Today, you have an opportunity to change your life if you choose to. And the reality is I'm going to do the work with you or for you or tell you what to do. But can you accept that? Can you turn these up? Can you write down the notes when I tell you to write it down? You see, we have a problem. We all can relate to an oh shit day, oh shit week, oh shit year. See, if you have shitty credit today, and you've probably been dragging it around for 3 to 6 years anyway, you screwed up in the beginning of that oh shit day. And you drag it on and on and on. That's the problem. So we have to understand something today. It's pretty simple. If we have an oh shit day, we got to have procedures. When I was training Ken Yarborough, literally, okay, in the 80s and 70s, having fun. All right, what did we get to do? In 1987, we wrote a book called File Segregation. Ken wanted to lie a little bit. I didn't like to stretch the truth. I'd rather just be blunt to the point. So what do we get to do? Well, time and money is our problem. Credit, time, and money. Write it down. Credit, time, and money. If I don't have the money, don't have the time, I'm all screwed up. So I got to realize, okay, the world's against me. It's all trying to, You feel that way sometimes too. We know that. So do I. 8 months is what happens if you have shitty credit. You made your problem drag you on for 8 months. And then you've been playing the up and down show all along. First thing happens if you ever have a problem, you increase your limits. You increase the credit limits. Which dashboard can increase the limit without an inquiry? See, the goal is you have to understand these things. You don't take the time to learn. And no one wants to teach you anyway besides me. Capital One online, dashboard, I can change the projections and increase my limits almost every 46 days. There's no inquiry. American Express, they have a loan, they have a blue card, they got a white card, clear card, but they have gold and platinum cards. See, every card has a heartbeat to it. Every card has a personality. If we increase our limits, the next thing we have to do today, it's like today. I believe your biggest problem is you. I believe that's your biggest problem. In other words, today, all right, if I could analyze everyone, which I do all the time for people, I analyze people. What does that mean? I take your personal credit, I put it in my system. The only system on planet Earth that does what I do, by the way. Okay? And what happens is I'm going to analyze your credit, but then we have a problem. Here's your problem. You got a husband and wife situation. Okay? Your problem is you, husband and wife, when you sign the contract, all right, you put the word and that's called stupid. Let's write down stupid. We're not stupid, we do stupid. When you put the word and on any damn contract, if you die, she can't get you anything done unless it's probate. Or if she dies first, goes to the better place, then you have to go to probate too. If you don't plan the problem, you're going to get your assets kicked. Some of you got what? The little house, a little money, somebody left you a little bit, then you're in probate. If I can analyze you, I can get you 163 points right away. I can get you to 750 and guarantee it. I don't have excuses. So my challenge to you is get off your assets and do what you're told. All right, here's 749, 155 points. Since I helped set up the damn system, training Yarborough in the first place, I think I'm pretty damn good at this. So we have an 828 from a 635. But here's your problem. If you want to get to auto income, you want to get to that $250,000 line of credit to be able to put some money in an escrow, that's what I need to get to do. See, the end result is $100,000 a month. Would you like $100,000 a month? See, some of you want to invest in something, or you want to do a 401k, which I think is a piece of crap. Okay, but that's just my opinion. Okay, but again, what do we get to do? We live on income. We live on income. It's called auto income. Write it down. I wrote auto income as a kid. So for me, we have to live on our income. We need to pay our bills, free up our time. And what do we need to do? Then we need to invest. But then you get confused, all things online today. Everybody going, blah, 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 stop. I'm so tired of watching my clients say, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. But again, your credit score. Do you realize there's a heartbeat on the credit files? You control the heartbeat. Doesn't matter if you go to a Spearing, right? Credit Karma. Doesn't matter if you go to TransUnion or Equifax. Doesn't matter if you go to analytical750.com. You have a heartbeat. You control this. If you want to get to the American dream, which it could say, hey, I live on the hill, drive the car of your dreams, they sue me, they get diddly squat. Okay, but that's not really the goal. Your goal is income. Your goal is to protect your family. Your goal is to take care of the kids and pay the damn bills. But your problem is you burned out. All right, you're burned out. What does that mean? Half of you, all right, are lazy. Half of you, all right, you've been burned so many times you're afraid to go boo. But that's on you. See, half of you are not even equipped to be an entrepreneur. I'm sorry, but half of you should not be an entrepreneur ever. Because you got to feel like you're falling off the damn cliff because the world's against you. They want to knock you down and kick your assets. Are you ready for the fight? But if you're not ready to be an entrepreneur, why don't I just line it up for you and do all the damn work for you? Do it all for you. Get your auto income. I want you to focus on income. Not to get rich, not to invest in anything today. Income, auto income, period. $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 a month, period. I got to $1 million a friggin' day. It's easy. See, I always knew that was easy to do, but helping you is the hardest thing to do because why? All right? Half of you are negative people. Hell, you went through what? The rerun yesterday and the day before? You got to get quit of the rerun. We got choices today. Choice is very simple. If you take your score, credit score, and you maintain that balance and understand the rules and tools, we can get you 750. Then I can get you American Express cards and all kinds of stuff. But we have to look at, for instance, this is a $100,000 American Express card. Okay? What would you do with $100,000 a day? Come on, Bill, what would you do with $100,000 a day? I want to buy a house and a car. Shut up. See, that's called stupid. $100,000 a day, you would have pissed it away like you did before. Come on, George, you do the same damn thing. You've had money and you piss it away. It's ridiculous. Money is a product and a tool. So you can get some more. This is another $100,000. Every credit card, listen carefully, every credit card has a personality. If I go get an American Express Gold or Platinum for you, okay, I'm allowed to get division cards. You don't get it, do you? 18 years ago, I got every dashboard for cash credit. I did this as an affiliate to add my division process on every application out there in the world, period. Division's right on that damn application. But you have no idea what the hell you're doing. I'm sorry, you did a half-assed job. See, you've been wanting to hire that attorney or CPA to do it all for you. And what happened with that? They ripped you off and took away your money. If you don't get your hands dirty a little bit, you're never going to learn how to play. A tax ID can get a credit card, tax ID to tax ID. But here's the thing. If you got the money, what's the next thing? I had you $1 million today, what would you do? You see, here's Richard here. I had him $1 million. I'm rich, look at me. And then he's pissed it away. Same thing with Tom. Same with Joanne. See, here's the problem. Maybe you weren't afraid like I was as a kid. Maybe you didn't get used and abused like I did and it really pissed me off. So I had a choice, live with it or kick some ass. I'd rather kick ass or die. That's just me. If I got you the money, all right, on a line of credit, blue loan. I'm going to tell you you're going to do one thing with it. You're going to put it into an escrow. I don't want the damn money for escrow. I don't want to touch that money. Never, 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 never do I ever want that damn money. You pay me to get you there. When I get you there, I'm going to line you up to escrow. You write a check to escrow. You control that escrow. You're part of it. But I'll be the one talking, and you can listen to me or ask your own questions. You see, the problem is escrow is 99% close. 1% doesn't, so what do? You get your money back, do another one. Today, if we went after this car wash, it's only $475,000. All right, let's understand. Okay, $500,000 car wash. That's cheaper than a friggin' house, but it makes $12,000 a month. Is that okay? If I put two of you in there, all right, what's $12,000 into two? That's $6,000 a month, right? If I partner with you and I get six and you get six too, is that okay? See, when you get the money, don't piss it away. So most of you did. You got some money, you pissed it away, and then you're broke the next day. I don't want you to ever say you're rich, ever, ever. Because why? You men have to understand, the women in your life are trying to support you, but they watch you do this many times and fall on your assets. They're going, this is going to be a scam. Man, this didn't work. See, there's the problem. If you just do a little bit at a time and use the credit, what do you get to do? This laundromat is $970. Excuse me, $970,000. I need 10% down. I need 10% down. But then the seller wants to finance. So I got $1 million project here, $1 million project. Okay, it brings in $18,000 a month. $18,000. Seller finance. We need 10% down. So out of $1 million, we need $100,000. Should we put one person, two people, three people, or four in there? How many people do we want to divide that into? You see, there's the goal. There's the dream. We're trying to buy an income. We're buying an income that's ran by a third party because I don't believe you're an entrepreneur. I don't believe you got the guts to make it work. Yeah, you got your business making some money. And I'll bet you you're not happy. You're not satisfied. You're making money paying the bills. You're barely getting by. You see what happened in the beginning. You fell in love. Oh, goody. You had a dream. God put aside. Then all of a sudden you got the income. You got to put aside. Everything we ever wanted to do, a lot of times gets put aside. I watched it for 49 years. So if I can get you out of income, could you free up your time? That's what I put in winning the game of business when I was 16 friggin' years old. All right? Financial freedom. Cash flow, free up your time. Hell, I own the rights to that. Even that other ding-dong we used to just had to file bankruptcy because I was going to, again, sue him again. What do? This one's $2 million. But again, we get to put 4 people in it, $8,000 a month. Would you like $8,000 a month? See, the goal is, let's look at the end results if we want to get there. But what do we have to do to get there to line it up? Your problem, most of you don't believe. You do not believe you can own the Wendy's restaurant across the street. There's your problem. You don't believe. The Jack in the Box, hell, I bought my first one at 19 friggin' years old. I don't understand what's wrong with you. You got nothing to lose. Here's the thing. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Yes, everybody says that, and that's BS stuff. But understand, nothing to lose. If I roll a division and I screw it up, I can bankrupt it, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw the sucker away. Instead, you like to be the duck and sheep. Why the hell would you be a duck and a sheep? Do you like walking around going, bah, quack, quack, quack? I don't get this. I learned I don't want to bring the pain home. I finally get a home. I finally get a wife and kids, damn it. I'm not bringing the pain home. That's called stupid. I'll never do that. I'll take the Glock out of the trunk of my car and I'll shoot my ass in the foot. It's ridiculous. I could not stand bringing the pain home. It's not acceptable to me. And I think it probably pisses you off too. This is only 2.9 million. Oh, so let's understand something. Every time there was a problem in this world, I created actually solutions. Steve Jobs said I was the greatest lateral thinker ever met in his life, whatever that meant for him. When I created the assignment of mortgage, it made sense, okay? When I created Homestead Blocker, UCC One Chattel Mortgage. See, you get a piece of property, you're going to lease it out, and these people some are going to screw you over. That's just they don't care. See, you're trying to get people to care. I believe the world's full of phonies. They don't care. They don't give a damn. So if I take the time and say, do this now, it's like Eric here. Eric alerted earlier today. We refreshed his credit reports. 150 points. Whee! We had to sue, all right, and file some complaints for him. So what do we do? See, the bottom line today, these are 150s from Wells Fargo. It's called checkbook money. Okay, you also have cash. These to get 99 more cards of these. Okay, we can play with this stack over here. We can go over here and go, oh, this is personal credit. We can go over here and understand what's the goal. I have $62 million of this stuff. Would you like to play yet? See, your problem is you. Your lack of what? Commitment. Your lack of what? Following through. It sucks. Not all of you, but some of you. What do we get to do? I give you an opportunity to change your life. In 2008, what came out of my boot camp, Elias, we did basically edible arrangements in California. I made him a billionaire. Cash Call, Speedy Cash, Don'tBeBroke.com, Title Max, okay? They all came from what I was teaching and preaching. Don't worry about Chime and don't worry about Kick. They came from there too. See, the reality is today, what are you really supposed to do for you? I don't want Kick or Chime. Hell, I'll get an Open Sky card instead. There's no damn inquiry. My dashboard, I can pop a card for you with no credit at all. Usually about $2,000. But again, if we're serious, and the reason I need to be so direct and blunt with you today and tonight, this is my last year. I've done this for 49 friggin' years, 6 days a damn week. All right, helping people. I kept my promise to God. But you know what? Next year's number 50. I'm going on a damn business trip with my wife and kids. All right, I'm going to broadcast once in a while, but not next year. You got a chance to change your life, and if you blow it, that's on you. I don't want to tell you you're going to blow it. That's up to you. We all need, personally, 100,000 of credit. Well, this is a 50,000 card. Okay, I don't want two of those. No. You need 8 to 10 credit cards, period. You need the oldest card on your dashboard, oldest card. It's how I designed it when I'm training Yarborough. See, no one can say the truth besides me that I trained him for TRW to Spirit because it's true. Hell, isn't that fun? If I get you 8 to 10 of these cards, what are you going to do? Problem is you don't have a sticky. Sticky. See, the problem is you create your own problem. How do we get away from the problem? Simple. If every card fluctuates, write it down. Every card fluctuates, but only two do not. That means when I wrote the 29% rule, you better pay attention. The world doesn't want to teach you. They don't want to teach you at all. They're too busy going, me, mine, 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 mine. I just want to change the world and help people. If I use a $10,000 card I got in the mail today, we're going to go, hey, oh, goody, we got $10,000, honey. Let's go to dinner. Let's go shopping. That's called stupid. If you don't take the responsibility of the truth, all right, you will never get where you want to go. And your goal is to basically prove everybody wrong in your life. Prove them wrong. That's what I've done all my life. When my mother put me in a damn trash can, and my first name's a girl's name, raised my middle name, and I got that letter, okay, I was supposed to be tough, born in a taxi and go to Gardena Hospital, go to school in Watts, Torrance, and Long Beach, the freaking girl's name. You had to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather die than run. That's just me. So yeah, it made me tough, but it made me pissed off enough. I want out of hell. That was me. Reading 15 books a week, all right? Getting possessed. I want it bad enough. You're not possessed. What are you? Let's see if it works on you. Ooh, stop. Every card fluctuates but two. Knock off the crap and rebuild you now, tonight. Okay? That means if we have a 10,000 card, we can only use $2,900, period. You dropped your score. You did. You got stuck. You couldn't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner. How dare you do that? You hawked your house. You brought the pain home to you and me? Hell no. You got a choice, but it's up to you. These fluctuate. These do not. What card should we jack up if we screw up? Lost a job, have an emergency. What card? If we jack these cards up here, they're unpaid overtime limit, 100,000, and up to $1 million. If I use these cards to get to that oh shit day, week, month, or year, all right, my score is maintain 750 score. Nobody teaches what I teach because they don't know diddly squat. They're all a bunch of amateurs, have an amateur hour all over the social media shit. That's just what I think. See, these do not fluctuate. If you don't get it down to the point you understand what you can do for you, and next year I'm gone, not going to broadcast once in a while, then it's on you. You need 100,000 of credit. That's 29% utilization. That's 29,000. The average person in debt. 71,000 of safety. Why? That's 1 year's salary so you can get through the hell. Oh, shit doesn't last for past a year. It never has, never will. But you drug it on because you didn't pay attention. That's on you. The excuse I hear all the time, well, no one told me. Who told me? Who told me? Nobody. Cut all the crap out. You waste $50 every other day. That's $700 a month. You could basically spend $50,000 a month, all right, and spend $561. That's it. But again, it's up to you. Corporation. I get so furious when I watch people talk about corporations and cowboy hats and LLCs. And stop. Before I died in that damn coma in 2009, I am the largest registered agent in the world. You heard world before? I've sold more to Nevada Corps than anybody on this planet times 10. And I tell you, don't do it today till you're in the profit zone. Your state doesn't want you to circumvent them. And you keep doing it all the time. It's ridiculous. We have the ability to transfer money through the system correctly through Division Corp and other corps. Bank of America is bankrupting another 3,800 locations as of last week. They have bankrupt 11,000 locations. U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo. All right, what do we do? Chase. A bank has a corporation. They own branches. They bankrupt the branch. They take the assets and the money right off on their taxes. You're no different from them in everything else. You're allowed to do the same thing. But you didn't do it. You blew it. 3 divisions of you. You're entitled to have a division of you, which gives you the chance to roll the dice. If it screws up, oh, well, I gave him a try. As long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, hell, I might as well be dead. Give it up. That's how I look at things. I fight for my life. You had a mommy and a daddy and all goody stuff. And now you're barely getting by and going, oh, shit. It sucks. A corporation can get $100,000 of credit. A corporation can get $1 million. There are 10 credit cards that are worth a damn. 10. I hope while you watched me, you were actually copying the board, but I bet you didn't do that. If I was at Berkeley and before I went into the class, if the students didn't copy the shit, I'd throw them out of the room. You all failed today. Go away. It's on the board for what? For no damn reason? There's your problem. You didn't pay attention. There are 10 credit cards worth a damn, only 10. If I get that for the corporation, that is basically $1 million. And here's the problem with you. Well, I got an LLC, good for you. I got a C Corp, good for you. I got an S Corp, good for you. I got an LLC, LLP, ooh. Stop the bullshit. No one cares what you have. I only care what it can do for me. What can it do for me? There's the goal. As long as it's a corporation, it's a legal person. Now it's entitled to have entities called what? Subsidiaries or division process that I invented in 85, 86. I did that. Before I'm dead, the next time it'll be probably permanently, I'm praying for 50 more years. We'll see how that plays out. 10 cards. That is $1 million. If I create a division is a corporation. Write it down. Write it down. Here's your problem. You're watching me. Quit watching me. Okay? Copy the damn board. Okay? You got to realize your hands, your eyes, your body. This is the ears. This is your recording device. This records what you do. And you take a damn picture. You just look at me. Hell no. Write it down. You got a chance. And you're going to blow that chance. Okay? That chance is pretty important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to have 9 of these suckers. Okay? I used to bring my cat to the Bonaventure as a stunt. Why? Because I built him 9 lines of credit. Cats have 9 lives, right? That's how I looked at it. If I have a corporation with 9 divisions, I can take that $1 million and I can go 9 more times. 9 more what? Times. A division creates a line of defense. Your problem is you were bruised, all right, screwed up because you let it happen to you. And you can blame the world, but take yourself and blame yourself. Kick yourself in the asset. Because that's what it is. You got a chance to create auto income. And when you blow this, it's my last year to do this, that's on you. All I know is when I get into the car, and if I want to get into Ferrari, Lamborghini, and I have a pissed off day, because sometimes I have a pissed off day, I turn on the engine. Isn't that fun? I turn on the engine. Okay? You know what that does for me? Boom! Bum, 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 bum. Damn, I feel better. See, that's therapy. Therapy. I like therapy, don't you? Bum, 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 bum. But that's just me. I don't have a Lamborghini. I don't have a Ferrari. But I got all the damn keys. See, your problem is you want to be you. I think being you sucks. Sorry, that's just me. I'm a real estate agent. Oh, I'm great. I'm good in real estate. Oh, goody. I'll challenge you in front of anybody in this world. I'll challenge anybody who thinks they can do what I do better than I do. Open forum. Remember, I have total IQ of 203 and recall. We're going to have some fun. You got a house. You're going to rent it out. You got 9 of them. Oh, good for you. 9 houses. You got to depend on 9, sorry, I was going to say shitheads, to pay on time so you can pay the mortgage to get the difference. Well, that kind of sucks. Don't you stress out all the time? That means you have 18 liabilities, 9 loans, and 9 properties. See, it's better to have a what? Fourplex, an apartment complex. Why? The real estate office is going to manage it for you. That's how you become an investor and a puppet master. Why would you want to run anything? But then you get ding-dongs. You shouldn't buy a house. What the f is that about? The man owns a $54 million house and he's talking out of his butt, in my opinion. I can get you a house payment equal to what you pay for rent. Now you're an investor. Why the hell would you do that? But again, should you do that or not? See, you got choices. Here's your future. But I want you to write down assignment of equity. I want every house upside down. I want assignment of equity because if they sue you, they can't screw you up. But if you do it at the last minute, you're screwed up. If you put all your eggs in one basket, you're screwed. I was told as a kid, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Young man. Yeah, right. How do you do that? No, I don't know. Everybody talks a good line, but most people are full of what? Kind of like my book I wrote years ago called Bullshit Didn't Pay Your Bills. You got a choice. Every house should be upside down. We're going to assign the equities. Upside down show. We're going to have 10 credit cards per entity, which equals $10 million of credit. But understand, here's a problem I have with clients right now. I'm getting ready to kick them out of a program. They're pissing me off. I don't have time for stupid. I don't have time to tell somebody to do something again and again and again. It infuriates the hell out of me. I don't like to be infuriated. I want to get the job done. So what do we get to do? Get the job done. Okay, what does that mean? Listen carefully. If I get you an American Express card, it's your card. You do what you want. If you give it to me, the card I pop you, and you give it to me, all right, and it's in your corporate name for your company, I'm going to do a division under my corporation, okay? I'm going to use it, abuse it, and pay the damn bill. I'm going to exercise the hell out of it, all right? And I'm going to increase the limit to it. Then when I'm done, I'm going to get the blueprint loan. Then I'm going to hand you back the card zero balance, and the blueprint loan you put into escrow. Here's your problem. You ready? You don't have the bank account to justify the $250. There's your problem. You don't have a $500,000 going in on your bank account, but one of my accounts I do. The lowest one I have. The lowest one has $500,000 a month going in and out, in and out. So if we partner up, we're using my account, my tax return, because you don't got it. And if you partner up, we get to win. Now, I might even do a credit card under my corporation for you. Then I'm going to do this called a fast track. I get the same card on this corp like I did for Kevin the other day. I popped him 2, one for him, one for me, and his personal card, even Linda as well. Hell, why not? I'm just having fun. See, I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. That means as an affiliate, I get to use $62 million of friggin' history. It's not trade line crap. That's fraud. This is live credit cards ready to go and get some more. If we do that again and again, what do we get to do? You want the American dream, but your corporation doesn't have all the transactions it needs. They want 30 transactions per month. They want 6 months of bank statements. Hell, I do 3,000 transactions a month. Would you like to play yet? See, I'm giving you an opportunity to get past go if you want to, but you control it. You got your hands all over it. Why? Simple. You're going to put the money in escrow. I hand you $1 million today, 100,000. You're going to screw it up. Sorry. I don't believe you know what to do with it in the first place. I believe you're going to piss it away again and again. But if I lined it up for an escrow, and you do what I told my ex-father-in-law to do, Dr. Robert Soltys, out of the school board, simple. We bought a storage unit. That's it. Hey, Bob, you want to buy a storage unit with me? I need you to write me a check. You want to go to escrow? You give it to the check. You write the check to escrow. I don't want your money. Everybody gets money. It's like the voice of American greed is my client. Okay? I don't want to be an American greed. I don't want your damn money. I want you to put it to escrow. I want you to be part of the program, not part of the problem. I want you to get auto income. I created that as a kid. Auto income. Would you like 5,000, 10,000, 50, 100,000? What would you like? If you're not an entrepreneur type, that's okay. As I build the corporate divisions and the lines of credit, you're in position to get auto income. I think if every one of you got auto income today of 100,000 a month, you could have freed up your time and decide what the hell you really want to do. Because right now you're going through the motions. You're having the same damn rerun every day. Rerun, rerun, rerun. I'm tired of the Lucy show, don't you? I saw Lucy enough times. I don't love Lucy no more. Okay, I don't need to see that again. Okay, but again, you have to decide. Would you like $17,350 a month? Would you like 5,000 or 10,000? You're not going to get this anywhere on planet Earth. So if you don't play with me, you got to do it on your own. We already saw what you could do so far. I say you blew it. I say you blew it. I say you fire yourself and hire me. But again, that's up to you. Because I got millions and millions of clients. I make millionaires and billionaires all the time. Time, money, and credit. You have a choice. All I know is I break down a goal. It takes 38 steps. That's it. Every goal is 38 steps. We have to master something 8 times to hear it again and again and again and again and again. If we don't master what the hell we're doing, it's like when I get someone on the phone with the bank. I get on the phone, it's like the other day. All right, I got Miss Walker on the phone. She's got American Express. She says, oh, what do I do? Stop it. Get him on the damn phone. You tell him I'm your CFO. You tell him I'm your attorney in fact, which means I have power of attorney. Just get their ass on the phone. That's all I got to do. Okay? And I told him exactly what needs to be done step by step. After the call, she goes, damn, thank God for you on the phone with me. Hell yes. See, you allow people to screw you up. I don't. You buy a car, you get 9 inquiries because you didn't write what? On the piece of paper, this allows 1 inquiry? When are you going to man that woman up? When are you going to take control of what you're trying to do? Like I said earlier today, or and. Don't you ever put and on anything. Hell no. Husbands and wives, they're partners of life. God made you one. That's okay. Keep your credit separate. He screws up, she's not. She screws up, he's not. Who's going to take care of the kids? See, the goal is to understand how to play the game to win. I don't know. Auto income. I didn't know what to call it. I was 17 years old. Okay? I'm buying payphones for the hell of it. They're giving me $300 a month. Okay, that's what they said. That's what they did. No problem. Everybody's bitching about the payphone business. I bought routes. I got 22,000 payphones. 22,000. I knew it was a damn numbers game. It was a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Damn, I don't care. So let's understand. If I spend, basically I bought, they were $1,600 every payphone. I said I'll take 10 at the first event. 10. They make $300 a month. Here's the way math works. 10. Okay, I want 10 of them, $1,600 a month. I used a card. I bought them through their line of credit, no problem. So how many months would it take for me to break even? All right, when they make $300 a month. There's the equation first. Next, can I afford the 10? I can maintain minimum payment. See, this world is driven by minimum payments. It's driven by income, maintaining minimum payments. That's how this world is. So can we maintain the minimum payment as we're getting through the process? Auto income. You have an opportunity, okay? This is my last and final, okay, summit and boot camp this weekend. And if you blow it, that's you. I got people in blueprint loans and not in the summit. What the hell? I did this for you and you're not showing up. Hell, I'm going to put you at the bottom of the list. They're going to be number 50. Why would I put them number 2 when they can't show up? That really just chaps my you-know-whats. My way. We're going to do everything my way. Sorry. I think your way sucks. My way is simple. I wanted books for dummies. That was already taken. So what did I do? I wrote down the Millionaire's Founders Kit. This was done 35 years ago, and then it's been updated all the time. 12 books, one book every month for 12 months. All right, the blueprint of success. The blueprint of success. I own the rights to that, period. But again, what do? I wanted to get you 1,000 steps, rules, and tools to give you the foundation of a blueprint of $1 million corporation. See, I learned the word blueprint from Joanne when I was a little kid. I lived on Delane Street in Torrance. Joanne is the one who wired Apollo 9, 11, 13. She was NASA's engineer. Okay, she was never there, but the reality is all I heard from her she was a blueprint. I want to find a damn blueprint. That's all I wanted to do. I can do things people can't do. I don't know why, but that's just what it is. Maybe because my grandfather won the Olympics in 32. After I met him a couple times, realized that was Grandpa. Okay, well, my ass is high 6-foot locker. Hair's still up, so that means I'm on my way down. I'm jumping over all kinds of fun stuff, having fun. It's simple. I remember being outside JCPenney's at the mall out there in Mission Viejo. It was fun. I'm jumping over 12 cops on motorcycles. Woo! But we're breaking real pieces of wood, not this phony paper shit today. I don't understand. I mean, who breaks paper shit wood? It's ridiculous. Get a brick. Hit it over your head. Have some fun. Oh, well. I like goodies. You like goodies? See, your problem is I don't have any goodies, but I control billions of goodies. I got the keys. Isn't that fun? But again, it's a corporation in divisions. I will not put something in my name. I learned that at 8.5 years old. I sold seeds, clackers on old yards. I came home all happy, counting my $52. Wow, that mean woman grabbed my money. You can pay rent. Every person I lived with are a bunch of shitheads when I was a kid. All they were is the devil, stealing my money and paying rent. I went to the library. It's all I knew. I-bonds, savings bonds, double E bonds. Look them up. That's what I did. So let's understand. If you allow me to repackage you, you're stuck with me. If not, do it on your own. How's that working so far? How's that working so far? Did you get that $100,000 a month yet? I don't think so. How about Humpty Dumpty time? How about you become part of my Puppet Master Club? What does that mean? Here's me. 2 of the cars out of the 21 car collection. Okay, no problem. When I met my beautiful wife, she goes, "Why do you got so many cars?" "Oh, they're not mine. They're company cars, honey." You can't drive them all at the same time. Well, that might be true. Now, here's 2 buildings out of the 2.2 billion of real estate at the time. Hell, why not? See, what you see is 2 cars and 2 buildings. I see 1,013 divisions. I don't know which shithead is going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. I want to protect my ass at division process. The investment group. I want this LLP to go public in the next 1.5 years. Very simple. All right, I want to go ring the bell at the stock exchange for the hell of it. It'd be kind of fun. Auto Income Experts, that's me. I created it, no problem. You do, we do, I do. Write it down. You do all the work. I'll hold your hand and I'll coach you every step of the way. Just keep doing it. No problem, no problem. 30% of clients want to do that, okay. We do it together. You have to put in writing, I'm your CFO. I am one of your CFO's Chief Financial Officer. You also give me power of attorney. That means I'm your attorney in fact. So we're on the bank's phone. You put me on that phone, I'm going to tell them what I want. I've been a consultant for banks for 29 years. Believe me, I can get you what you want. But again, you're going to be nervous at the bank. Oh, hell no. Now, if you want, if you're not an entrepreneur, I'll do all the work for you. That's how it works. I like the fact that I watch a lot of my clients on social media out there helping you and help me help you. That's great. A couple of mistakes I still see. Credit repair, oh goody. They indicted Daniel from Credit Repair Cloud. They indicted Chipmunk Face, okay? They got 3 ladies on the list right now they're going to indict as well. Credit repair is against federal law. Federal Trade Commission says so. The other problem I don't like is they keep saying, I'm rich, I'm rich. How rich are you? Goody. The IRS has basically indicted 3 of these people before because they're big mouths. The IRS is watching. The moment you say, I'm rich, you pierced your veil. They're going to come get you. Like the song said. But again, what do? Shut up. Shut up. Do you want to be a millionaire? Yeah. No, the answer is no. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? Hell yes. But what would it take? 90% of you have a corporation today. You don't have $100,000 of personal business credit. You don't have what the hell you need, and you're trying to make it work. Good for you. Isn't that good? We're paying our bills. We're barely getting by. Having the same damn rerun every day. Kind of sucks. Now, if we take a corporation and we get 9 divisions, that means 9 lines of credit. A division has its own credit file. Its own what? Credit file. A division is under the corporation. It's a legal person too, public record. I'm not here to be a sapient attorney. Get a little disclaimer all the time. But if I have 9 locations of something, that's 9 lines of credit. We got to pay it back. Every location will have the ability to pay it back and give you the difference. That's how you build up to that $100,000 a month. But again, it's up to you. I like goodies, but here's what happens in coaching. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm sorry, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to be respectful all the time, but I'm going to tell you what to do. When you say you want to do something and I disagree, I tell you no. And it's going to be up to you. I'm going to say no to you 3 times. No, no, and no. You don't do it that way. That's how you do it instead. If you don't listen to my 3 no's, on your own. That's how I do it. I'm going to provide your goal list, your daily list, your weekly list, your project list. I'm going to provide the list for you, and you're going to do what I tell you to do. Every phone call we have or Zoom meeting is transcribed anyway and gives you a checklist. You need to be told what to do because your way didn't work, as far as I'm concerned. Now, here's chapter 18. Let's go back in time. Okay, it says a corporation is a legal person. It's right there. Now, my mommy and daddy want me. It's okay. I got to be Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. No problem. Every Wednesday night she had a poker game. This Wednesday night they said a corporation's a legal person. Okay, no problem. I wrote it down. I'm in the corner taking my notes. Now, Mrs. Hope would always tell everybody in that poker game, don't talk to that piece of shit in the corner. I'm the piece of shit in the corner. That's how bad she was. Okay? It hurt my little feelings. So the corporation's what? It's right there. It's right there. Come on. I'm 7.5 years old. What do? I taught myself how to read. I'm reading 15 books a week, trying to get out of hell. I talk like I'm 20 and I'm only 7.5. I go to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. Man, what does this mean? She walks away, she's rude too. 5 minutes later, here's a marker face, here's a book. Ooh, goody, book. I was looking for a blueprint. That's what I was looking for. They didn't have one, so I created my own. Let's watch. May sue or be sued. See, you have a corporation. Okay, here's your problem. You're on the officer's list. You're on the bank account. When they sue the corp, they sue you. And someone's going to lie to you, say, no, they don't. No. You're the only voice it has. Now let's walk to the bottom. Not required, read it again, not required to file a fictitious business name. At 9.5 years old, going to the library for 2 years, I knew that was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong about it, but I just knew it wrong. My first corporation cost me $10. That's it, $10. I named it Helping Hand Industries, by the way. I was 9.5 years old. Back in the 80s and part of the 70s, we got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit. Every consumer, you did it, so did I. That's how it worked. I got $100,000 credit in the mail. Okay, I got named in the movie Dave. From there, what do? I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille. The Braille Institution sued me when I was 12.5 years old. Look it up, it's a public record. Never bring the pain home. They own the rights of Braille, I did not. I didn't understand that yet. The lie. When Ken Yarborough and I wrote a book in '87 about file segregation, all right, would circumvent your shitty file to get you a new one, I felt it was fraud. He said he found a better way. I think he wanted to lie. So let's understand, today, on social media, you have people say, you can file bankruptcy and start a new one. Goody for you. That's fraud. That's racketeering. That's wire fraud. That's a RICO Act. Congratulations. When you sign for a car, you sign for a building, lease, you sign for a credit card, you pierced your veil. You pierced your veil. Okay? You pierced your veil. So let's understand something. If you want to listen and learn correctly, what do? We're going to have a division of ourselves. We're entitled to. We are entitled to have a division of ourselves. because that's the way they set it up in the first place. But again, it's up to you. S is for I get as many as I need, not use and abuse, and I only get one SSN. So we got to find out what we're trying to do as we do this as well. So again, the goal is to win the game of business. Help me, help you, and help other people. That's my whole life. I always wanted to help people. I mean, who do you know is at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night? And the second largest advertiser in California? Me. All right, every Saturday in Long Beach Marriott? Me. Ontario Marriott? Me. All right, helping people. But again, it's just up to you. Today, you could take a picture of this and register your referrals. It'll ask, would you like a Zelle or a check or store credit? Simple. What would you like? I pay everybody 10%. You see these classes? They're in rotation. I have done classes for 49 years every Saturday besides a Christmas Day or while I was in coma. Those classes are in rotation. We just did division classes last week. Next, not this week, in boot camp summit. Following week is going to be days you change your credit. Here's a way you can take a picture. And what you can do, let me email or text you. Simple, but it's up to you as we played this game. Now, as a little boy, I learned a long time ago, when they kept saying, how you doing? I didn't care. My response to everybody I ever talked to in my life when I meet them in person or on phone is always good. Always good. And I say to myself, thank you, Jesus, I got another day. See, I've been shot 3 times. I've been knifed 6 times. I've been in 2 comas so far. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. And I'm going to say thank you, Jesus, every day. He gave me another day to play. We're going to talk about boring and steady. Boring and steady. Today, when you drive down that busy street and you see that Wendy's on the right-hand side, why don't you own it? The Jack in the Box is on the left-hand side. Now, get your cell phone ready. Okay? Get your cell phone ready. I want you to take a picture of that right there, right now. What does this do for you? This gives you the ability to have a corporation in 9 divisions and up to $1 million of credit. All right, it's financial freedom, which I own the rights of that too. And then now he has to put the word the. Okay, no problem as well. What do we get to do? We can get you $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 a month. Now, you can do this on your own if you want to, but you had your chance, and I don't think you know how. You can let me help you, and I can get it with you or for you. It's up to you. You take the picture. You print it, and you laminate it in color. You make it your screensaver of your phone and your laptop or computer, and you put it on your desk or refrigerator at home. Now, to own a Wendy's restaurant or a storage unit, are we going to literally put the $300,000 in it, or are we going to divide it by 2 or 3 people? Every project for me is I wanted my soldiers, that's my clients, since the 80s. So if we can get you $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and we can partner with 4 people, me and 3 others, is that okay? You're going to write a check to escrow. You write the check. You're going to take the money from escrow. Sorry, some of you, you took the money from your family, your credit cards, your SBA loan, or even your house. I call that stupid. I didn't have a house as a kid. I don't jeopardize the house ever, 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 ever. It's up to you. Your choice is simple. I cannot help you 100% unless I blueprint you. That's me with you on the phone. Every client I've ever had, over 50 million people so far, I've not only analyzed them, that I blueprint them all personally. That's right, personally. Past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. Do you have a bankruptcy? You have a tax problem? Do you have a problem with Chase American Express? I need to know that. The 2 best cards on the planet. Family, corporation, 18 divisions. From there, what do we look at? Irrevocable trust. See, we have to plan to live, plan to die. We need to build a legacy. From there, the car is a division, and the house should have been bought through a trust anyway. It's called auto income, cash flow, future time. Now, I'm $3,000 an hour, have been for 45 years. I'm $25,000 a day. Big companies pay me that all the time. A blueprint call with me, with your partner of life and you, is $2,000. But again, during a webinar when I do this, I always say you get half price. It's $9.99. That hour would change your life if you allow me to do my job. I'll guarantee it. I'll even give you the blueprint. What do we get to do? We're going to win the game of business. If it's a Zelle, because you don't have to pay that 5% the fee the banks charge, you get a 10% discount. I like to save the fee anyway. If you partner with me, it becomes free. So here's what happened. Remember I showed you chapter 18 and it said Business Professional Code 17983? I had all these shakies. I have Subways. I have 31 flavors. I got shopping centers. I got condos, all this other stuff happening. And what did I do? I got a letter in the mail. It says I have to pay $800 to $1,000 per corporation. That would have cost me $1.2 million, by the way. I said, can I create a form? Okay, can I create a form, all right, that allows a division or an entity under a corporation not to pay a fee? See, every bank and grocery store pay fees because they're called subsidiaries. They said, yes, create a form or modify, we'll see if we approve it. In 1984, this form said husband, wife, and partner. That's all it said. It now has corporation structure on it. First filing, renewal file would change. See, your corporation with the division will be number 4A. One of my corporations will be number 4. If I need someone else in the project, we'll have a 4A, B, C, and D. Got it so far? You gave the money to escrow. You control the escrow as well as everyone else does. You're part of this Wendy's, a storage unit, something. You're getting auto income. So you don't have to be an entrepreneur, okay? You just have to understand we build the credit you invest in. Done this since 1987. So it's like anything else. I have 2 types of coaching. One, I coach you for a year. For your business, I charge you $30,000. I give you $300,000 of credit. I want to reimburse you up to 10 times anyway. Here, this is partner with me. We're on the phone every 3 weeks. And I'm going to tell you what to do every step. And what's going to happen is you go to the summit or boot camp. This is my last summit and boot camp I'm going to do this weekend. Okay, I don't want to do another one. I've done it for 50 years. Why would I do another one? Stand there for 3 days killing myself, okay? No, thank you. My junior and senior coach as well. I got to go on a business trip next year with my beautiful wife, my partner of life. Simple. 100,000 of personal business, 25 subdivisions, blueprint call, and me on the phone for a year. Is that okay? Normally that's $45,000. See, you wasted $100,000 on crap that didn't work. You're stuck with me personally. Personally. If you did this right away, it's 20 grand. 20 grand. That 20 grand is giving you a $25,000 discount and all the $200,000 in credit plus, which normally $200,000 credit is 20 grand by itself. See, I want to take away your excuses. And the bottom line is to be winning the game of business. 3-day summit's coming up. It would be yours if you did it tonight. Next thing we have to look at is maybe you don't want all the goodies. Okay. I don't want all the goodies, Ray. I just want to go to get you to train me some more. So what we do is, there you are, coaching. There you are, partnering with me. 3 days, you get it as a bonus if you paid tonight. It's 10 grand. It's not easy, it's 10 grand. If you don't pay tonight, you don't get the summit for free. You got to buy that separately. There's my extra bonus for you. The summit by itself is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. August 29th, 30th, and 31st. 3 days. Now here's the problem. If you've been to summit before, this one's going to be different. We're going to teach you to talk differently and walk differently. How we're going to get to the escrow. How we're going to close, what questions to ask, what needs to be done. Some of you in blueprint loans, I did this and scheduled it for everybody in blueprint loan to be at the summit. And half the time, Brandy's been saying, well, they're too busy. You're too busy to be on top of the list, and I'm going to put you on the bottom of the list. Damn. I might even take you out of the damn program. Okay? I don't care if you're there 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. You better show up. If not, the reality is, why would I want to overdo it for you again and again? I don't understand. You got a chance to be 3 days to understand how to be a puppet master, and you're too damn busy? Hell no. All right? You better be there. You need to be a puppet master. You got to understand how to play. I'm not saying you need to. I'm telling you have to. All right? I'm not giving you a choice. Because when you think you have a choice, there's a problem. You do too many things as convenient. The goal is to change this here. 1,000 steps. We have to learn the steps. You have to master these steps. You got to do it again and again and again to master it. Millionaires Founders Kit. What do? Sold at the Bonovich at 32 years. No one can deny what I did. My clients to this day for 40 plus years. Again and again. $5,000 a set. That's how they paid it. There's my oh shit day. Can you imagine? I'm worth, no, not me personally, my corporation. Corporate structure is $3.7 billion with a big B. I'm laying there in a coma. All right, the night before we took out one of my yachts to watch the fireworks with 72 people. My metal yacht, no problem. From there, what do? My wife calls Ron, my district manager. What does Ron do? He goes to the office with a truck, U-Haul truck, to steal books and CDs because Ray's in a coma going to die. Tom, my IT guy, he sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. So I was doing things way back with George Putnam and all kinds of stuff. So I got 50 million people in my database. He sells it to a damn porn site. It kind of sucks. What do? Let's think. If you're in real estate, you better understand Homestead Blocker, UCC one, and Chattel Mortgage. Because if that tenant doesn't pay, you get $65,000 anyway from the insurance company, if you know how to play. Financial series is buckets of money, tax balance, you become the bank. I want to play by the rules. That becomes free when you go to the summit, but it's up to you. So what we have to think about is this. Do we want to learn how to be a puppet master? Do we want to own a piece of something? Do we want to be a part and understand, be able to ask the questions and answer them? Do we want to be in charge of that? You have your chance, but it's up to you as you're basically trying to play this game to win. As we review this, understand, in person. In person, I'm going to charge you $50,000. Nah, I'm kidding. It's $5,000, you get $50,000 in credit. That's how it works. No problem. So $50,000 in credit, it's $5,000. Okay, simple. You use a card, it costs you less than $120 a month. Pretty easy to do. On American Express, it's $50 a month. So what do we do next? If you don't want to go in person, it's okay. You can be online, have a pizza party. Come on, every time someone does it online or at home, we know they're going to invite their friends and family. Enjoy the hell out of it. Why not? See, if I can help you and help them, well, guess what you get to do? You get to make 10% as a referral fee. Well, you get no bonus of that. If you partner with me, it becomes free. So what is our ultimate goal here? The ultimate goal is to Zelle. Take a picture of Zelle. I love Zelle. I can save that 5%. Or I can call the office at 800-254-9506. And I have to pay the 5% fee if I use a card. So here's my email address if you need it as well. Now, when I started the Reynolds University in 2001, this building is one technology Irvine Spectrum. It's 22,000 square feet. When you got past the front door and got to bed, she beeped you in the back room. It's very simple. You'd see an office at B of A, Chase, Franchise, ADP. See, they were at my boot camps and workshops all the time helping people. We opened bank accounts in my office for them and you. Simple. The goal was to change the world. I didn't realize God wanted me to die in a coma. He allowed that. And come back homeless again, broke, and rebuild it in front of you again. Embarrassing. But I did that too. So what's chapter 18 again? What's it say right there again? A legal what? See, the goal is to have a blueprint. Now, some of you use your home address for business. Okay. Shared office space usually doesn't work. The next thing is a mailbox, etc., which you can't build credit to any of that usually. If you want, you need an address, or you want an additional address, I basically lease you 12 feet. If I lease you 12 feet at my office, it's not shared office space. Got it so far? So we're going to play the game to win. That's the ultimate goal. I just want to win the game of business, which I do all the time. You take a picture, you scan it, or you call the office and talk to Julia. Simple. I like that. See, I always came up with solutions for problems. Today, you have a corporation. I believe it's entitled to do 4 things. That's it. Only 4. You do what you want. Corporation buffers tax. No tax is due till you're profitable. Corporate credit's a write-off. Interest rate and credit card. The car should be fleet price. The hotel should give you the free buffet. That's all it should do. But you allow it to do things. When you name the corporation after you, that's called stupid. You name it what it does, that's double stupid. And if it actually does business, that's triple stupid, in my opinion. Don't take it personally. They name it you. They get sued. They sue you. You name what it does, so the only thing you can do is what it does. And if it does business, when they sue you, you're the officer, you're the duck and the sheep. Why would you do that to yourself when banks and grocery stores and cities don't do that? I don't understand. A division is your line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports. What do we get to do? Line of defense for real estate. If we build a line of defense, and I have a shitty location, I can get rid of the piece, keep the other pieces. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do it in front of you all the time. So do usually rich and famous people. You can build a true corporate umbrella if you choose to. See, I'm going to get you 9 locations of something. First one done, second, third, fourth. By the time we get 9, it's $100,000 a month. You have a bad one that screws up, it's going to happen. Shit's going to happen no matter what we do. It always happens. Oh, shit. But what do? We got a numbers game. Danny and I partnered for years, since the 80s. The apartment complex was not purchased under a corporation. It was purchased under a division. I guaranteed it as a division of me under SS4. What did we do? We took every unit and we did an assignment of mortgage to the 64 people. That gave me assignment of mortgage, turned it to notes. Every one of those created, I was allowed to create 300,000 of notes. I turned that project into $100 million, just knowing how to play the game. Would you like to get $100 million? Would you like to do it times 10? That's $1 billion now. We get to play the game to win, but it's up to you. I'll take you as far as you want to go. But again, as we play this game, how many divisions do I need, Ray? Well, let's see, 9 locations, that's 9, and 9 lines of credit, that's 9, that's 18. You never do anything less than a minimum of 18 divisions, period. But if we do this correctly, 18 becomes 36, 36 becomes 72. How many units in your apartment complex? That's what you got to focus on. Linda's projects is 27 million. Okay, guess what we get to do? We get to play that way too. In my books over 40 years ago, corporation, division, subdivisions. This helped me create up to $16 million of credit there. Every entity has its own credit file. So the reality is you allowed yourself to be one and bring the pain home. I don't think that should be done, but it's up to you. What do we do? Well, Safeway wants to file bankruptcy. B of A, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, Albertsons, Sam's Club, Walmart, and Chase. Okay. So they're going to bankrupt locations. But since their corporation owns a location called a branch, and this is called a subsidiary, they bankrupt a piece, bankrupt a 100-year lease, take the assets and money, walk away, write on their taxes. See, your problem is you decided to be you. Being you sometimes sucks. Corporation with division process works every time, but it's up to you. Branch. How about we get a tax ID in a division? How about we chase and understand debt follows tax ID? We could play this game and win every day as long as you have no intent to do fraud. There's the goal. If you heard anything today or before you got to know me a little bit and you want to say something nice on Google, please do. If you don't like me, that's okay because not everybody likes you. That's how it works. So you Google and then you put a good review, that would be nice. But it's up to you too. What do we get to do? Simple. We're going to play the game. When I was a little kid, being dropped off the Redondo Beach Pier by Mrs. Hope, I was 3.5 years old. She'd roll down the window and she'd say, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you here to die. She was the devil's wife, by the way. Kennedy's, Hilton's, Firestones, Gettys, and Fords. I watched them, how they kept things to their families. See, we're all going to die eventually. We have to plan that too. By the way, when you're done with me, all right, we're going to make sure that your children become officers of your assets so they don't have to get stuck in probate. Because that's what they did, that's what you should do, but it's up to you too. Now, I'd like you to think about divisions for your son and daughters. I promised myself I'd never get married unless I had a foolproof program. Since there wasn't one, I had to develop it. Beautiful wife for decades, 6 kids, 5 girls and a boy, and 13 grandkids. It's simple. My children have scores of 820. My son, who's 11 years old, these are his courtesy checks, some of his cards. He has an 820. My daughter tomorrow will turn 18. She's 17 today. These are her courtesy checks too. My other 4 daughters have A+ scores and married right. Because when they dated the wrong guy, I got rid of him. In a nice way. All right, it's very simple. All right, my way, daddy's way. They knew daddy's law. You cannot take and go to lunch or dinner with anybody on your first date. They weren't allowed to. It's an ice cream or a Coke. It's maybe a coffee. You would know if he's a shithead in 5 minutes or less. That's how I looked at it, okay? I protect my family in every way I can. When I die, my son becomes president of the company. He don't inherit anything, he controls everything. Hey, how about your grandkids and granddaughters? Let's start them out right this time. But again, you'll need Dun & Bradstreet. Take a picture. I'll help you do the Dun & Bradstreet and get supplying cash credit. Simple. All right, vendor credit up to $1 million. Now, I had a problem in the late 80s. I got $53 million of credit cards, and they're shrinking my limits. It's scaring the crap out of me. So I went back to the library, the only thing I knew, and when I found out C-191D said a corporation can loan out money privately. It can loan out money privately. And that was the goal, loan that money privately, okay? So we get to play this game to win. That's the ultimate goal. As we play this game, we want to win every step of the way. So again, what do? We got to win the game. How do we win this game? It's simple. We play it my way, okay? My way, and that's the ultimate goal. Corporation, 9 divisions, and what did I do? I loaned out the money. That's what I had to do. I had to loan out the money every step of the way, and that's important to me. So we got to do this. That piece came down, I can't get rid of it. So let's think. Here I'm loaning out the money, okay? That's 4.6 million just out of 53. And what did I get to do? Okay, it's $190,000 a month. Do you understand that? Now, what I did is very simple. I created something. I'm the guy that created Homestead Blocker. You see when Chattel Mortgage, yes, but I also created assignment of mortgage. By the time I was done here, I had $1.1 billion of notes. Is that okay? See, everything to me is a game. Whatever you have, let's turn it into notes and suck out the equity and leverage it 3 times by 5. There's the goal. Division. When I set up my dashboard in 1987 while I'm training Yarborough, as long as I put 2,000 of history, let's understand how this works. Today, these are live credit cards. If I add you to one of my accounts on my dashboard as an affiliate, I'm allowed to use my history for you, as long as we have an agreement to do so. That allows me to get you a card as authorized user or separate billing. I go for separate billing every time because I don't want you using one of my cards anyway. Separate billing allows me, I don't need a tax ID for a division yet. I'm allowed to daisy chain credit. Write down daisy chaining. Every card we get is entitled to 99 more cards. How many divisions do you have? How many do you want? But it's up to you as well as we play this game to win. So tonight, if you need a division, they're $1,000 each. That's how they play the game to win. Here's 3 with or without credit, 9 without a credit, or 12. What I offered during this broadcast with you, if you need a division process, is I would double the numbers at no extra cost. 3 is 6, 9 is 18, 12 is 24. Again, that's you using a Zelle, or you call the office at 800-254-9506. Use a card, they will charge you 5% more. What is our goal? Build a foundation. If I can build a foundation here, I can go get anything I want. If I screw up, it's a division, it's not me. Your problem is you allowed you to be the duck and sheep. That should stop right away. The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. So if we play this game to win, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's a division process. That's the goal for all of you. Now, I watch the people on social media all the time about credit repair. Oh, goody for that too. Now, they're using my books anyway, so why don't you use the book? It's been out there for 35 years. I wrote it, Creditors and Credit Bureaus, years ago. Winning the Credit Game. There it is. Take a picture, scan it, give it to everybody you know. See, I was always wanting to change the world, all right, not to make another $50 or so. Now, because you might have debt or a collection item, you need debt crisis intervention. This gives you a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. So now you know what you're allowed to do. And the bottom line is you don't have to be used and abused by someone calling on the phone. Analytical 750. I'm so tired of Credit Karma. I'm sorry. You know, it's free, that's good, no problem. Oh, I'm part of LifeLock. Good, they've been indicted 6 times. All right, Credit Karma, no phone number to help you. They don't have Experian.com, which Chase uses all the time, most banks do. So you're showing me reports that don't have what needs to be done in the first place. Now, Chase is going to give you a card up to what? 22 months, no interest. You scan it, you sign up right away for Analytical 750. Now, what does this happen? I think we should fire Credit Karma. And what should happen is Analytical analyze you the first time for free. They should charge you $25 a month. They'll take and replace, Credit Karma, all those other things, or we need to do in the dark web and all those pieces, no problem. They'll actually replace LifeLock, by the way. $25 a month. Every 46 days, they're going to call you and tell you what to do. There's no second guessing anymore. Now, the next phase is they're doing Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Challenger, and Equifax business reports. I believe this app is going to help you from both areas at the same time and tell you what to do exactly. And if you do exactly what they tell you, I tell you to do, you have a 750 score and more. Here's the dashboard I created in 1987. It's simple. You can provide your Social Security number or tax ID, and it's for what? Request for on behalf of a person, corporation, or division, or subsidiary. That's the dashboard. What do? See, your SS4 was designed for people and employees and corporations. All right, person, corp, division, subsidiary. Line 1 says entity or individual person. If I buy that Lamborghini, which I did part of the collection, the payment's $6,900 a month. That's expensive. I've always said pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Elon Musk says pay tax or buy a spaceship. Nowadays, pay tax or buy a what? Nonprofit. Offset the taxes. It's simple. The building, you sign a lease, it's not you anymore. The house is a division. From there, we get an SS4. We can master the daisy chain of credit. This means if I get you one or two of these cars, I can get you 99 more if you want. Would you like 99 more? No, that's 100 million. That's ridiculous. How about we get you 9? Would that be okay? Now, I can teach you how to do it yourself, or I'll do it for you. It's up to you. Now, like I said earlier today, all right, all cash applications, 18 years ago, I got them to put division process on every application. You can check them all out. It's got the division process right there. It's on all applications. But again, between me going in coma and pandemic, it slowed it down. What do we get to do? They offer 99 cards. That's ridiculous, but that's just what they do. What do we get to do? Now, when I pop cards like today, and I do almost every day, here's a platinum card. Would you like one for a person? Would you like a division? Would you like an employee card? No problem. Next, let's get the gold card at the same time. Why not? If we line this up correctly, what is the goal? If we use these for personal, we have that as well. They do not fluctuate. So that means we never take these past 29%. Now you maintain 750 the rest of your life, by the way. All corporate credit does not show up on personal file, but one card. It's the Spark card from Capital One. The goal would be daisy chaining credit up to 1 million. 1 million of credit. Would that be okay if I just did it off the American Express card? If they're 100,000 each times 9, isn't that $1 million? But there's 10 cards to go get, so that'd be 10 million if you want. But it's up to you. We have the ability to learn how to daisy chain credit. That's my following class, not this week and the following week, daisy chain. If you need 100,000 of credit, call the office, they'll charge you 10%. That's 10 grand. So they're going to charge you 10,000 for 100,000, no problem, it's a good fee. If you did it today, they're giving it away for 8,000. On my webinar, I give it away for 7. It's up to you. But what do we get to do? It's a discount during the webinar only. Now, I'd like you to have 100,000 of personal and business. If you Zelle for any payment, you save 10% with me. Simple. But what happens here is that $100,000, let's double the fee, right? I like to help people as much as I can. So what happens is if we want 200,000 of credit, 100,000 you and the corporation, it's 9 grand. If you Zelle, you save 10% on that too. The goal is to rebuild you to get you the money to get the honey. That would be the goal. There's your Zelle. There's the office phone number. Someone can help you right away. It's up to you, 800-254-9506. Our problem is if we don't manage auto income, and that's 100,000 of personal, millions to the corporation, auto income, and, all right, doing what? Leveraging money. There's our problem. We have to leverage money. So if we take credit, let's watch. We take corporate credit, no matter if it's this over here or a bunch of this over here, what do we get to do? We get to use borrowed money. It's not taxable. We can buy the lifetime income. The income should have been a fourplex, apartment complex, a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box. It should be basically a laundromat, a car wash, everything else. I watch my clients all over the social media. This is what you need to do. Where do you think they learned it from? Donald Duck or something? All right, it's amazing how many clients are online that are my clients for over years. Okay, but we're going to play. Every division should be a bucket of money. A bucket of what? Money. There's the goal. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but I need you to understand something. I'm getting ready to do the 3-day summit, which is sort of being a puppet master. It's my last and final one. This is your last chance tonight to be part of it if you want to. Every division should be a bucket of money. American Express 250 is one of my favorite ones. I like Stellar Bank, I like Chase as well. But what do we need to do? Let's watch. The Platinum card is the gateway to get into the Blueprint loan. The gateway. I don't really want to use the gold, but again, it's what happens. So if I get $100,000, I am entitled to a Blueprint loan, but I got to show them my transaction, 30 transactions a month and 100,000 a month. If you have that, then I'll just line you up for it, no problem at all, and we'll just go get the goodies. If you don't, I'll have mine. Now, I control about 19 different bank accounts having fun. My lowest bank account I have is racecredit.com right there. They want to see transactions. I can show them 3,000 transactions a month. I can show them $500,000 every month for the last 6 months, if not more. They ask for 6 months of bank statements. If you have that, you don't need me. If you don't have it, maybe you want me to do it for you. But it's your opportunity. Would you like a blueprint loan? Would you like to put that in an escrow? Would you like to create a auto income? Is it easy? Hell no. All right, it's not easy. See, what makes it difficult is the client. For instance, most clients go through a review for American Express. Unfortunately, Karen here, she didn't respond. It timed out. They gave her so many days to give her a response. All they wanted was a bank statement. She failed to do that and they closed her accounts today. Here's Richard. Richard today is like, what inquiries? Ooh. You see all these inquiries right here? Look at that. I got him to 700 plus many, many times. Many, many times. 725, 742. Now we got more inquiries here. We got more inquiries here. It's like, damn. Now let's understand inquiry. Watch. You have 180 days. You can only get 6 inquiries. Write down 5/24. Every one of you tonight, I want you to go to the 524 rule online to Google. Chase will tell you flat out, if you got 5 cards in 24 months, they're not going to give you another card. See, this is where you keep screwing up, some of you. What inquiries? I don't know. There's only 9 of them. Wow. I got him a $30,000 line of credit. I lined him up for Navy. Well, I don't need you, Ray. He went on his own. His card's $500. What a waste of time. You stole my inquiries. There's the problem. Denise is sweet. I like Denise a lot. What happened to her? She co-signed for her niece. Never co-sign for anybody. There's always a way to get what they need to go. If they can't get it, to hell with it. I'm sorry. You never co-sign for anybody. But again, what do we get to do? We get to play the game to win. I like the fact I got her 744. But again, what did her niece do to her? Screwed it up and slowed us down a little bit. See, life happens to all of us. You don't guarantee, you do not basically co-sign for anybody, and you do it the right way. David listened. David's doing $14 million this year. Carrie listened. If I get you a blueprint loan, can you listen and turn these up? Would that be okay? It's a blueprint loan. Why don't we use this for a franchise or buy a piece of something? Would that make sense? So if you have that $100,000 in and out of a month, no problem at all. You can do it right away. Okay, we can do that. Okay. I'll just line you up for it. If you don't, I have it for you if you want. Now, if I get you a card like this, I charge $5,000 if I'm going to use my bank accounts for you. Is that okay? Because I'm going to take a division of your corp under my corp, and then we're going to exercise the card. What am I going to do? I'm going to show them the card was used, not abused, and it's paid by the same bank account. They want to connect the dots. When we get a blueprint loan, you're going to owe 10%, but I don't want to charge you the fee until after we close an escrow. It wouldn't be fair if I made you pay the fee before escrow, then you go broke. You'd back yourself in a corner for the debt. I charge $5,000 to do that. If you want to play, you can do that, or ask Brandy or even Santos, someone else, to help you through that process. But it's $5,000. Now, okay, but then I charge you 10% on the back end after we close an escrow. Again, I don't want to get you to a point you cannot afford a bill. Now, there's fast track. Fast track, some people say, Ray, I want 2 of these. Well, I can't do yours and this at the same time unless I do it under my corporation. So what happens is very simple. If I do it under my corporation, and I call it fast track, that means I'm going to pop a card under my one of my corporations. You're going to get the card. You're going to send it back to me. We're going to exercise it again. Like I did for Kevin or Linda, and I did it for Kelly and the 3 other people this last week. That's fast track. That's going after both of these simultaneously. American Express wants to usually log into a bank account, and they log into mine. It's not a problem. Very simple. We get to play the game to win. But if I do a fast track, I charge $5,000 for that too. It's simple. Now, if we wanted both simultaneously, I charge $7,500. But not everybody wants a blueprint loan. It's up to you. The goal is getting the money to get the honey. It's a Zelle. It's calling the office right away. Let us hold your hand. 800-254-9506. This is not easy. I make it sound easy? No, I don't want you. I want you to know it's a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass. All I know as a kid, I didn't have a childhood. It sucked. Being used, abused, eating out of a trash can sucked. Being homeless sucked too. But I like goodies. All right, I always knew one thing. I was smart. I always knew I could go get it, and I did. Building mansions in Havasu, Big Bear, and Huntington Harbor, and all 5 islands too, having fun. When I add you to my credit system, we get to use my history for you, if you want to. Very simple. See, I like $1 million cars and I like $100 million buildings, but they're not mine, but I got the keys. Reach the dream, think to be the impossible. I've now trained over 50 million people to use the division process to be a CFO. Maybe you don't want to be next, it's going to be up to you. The ability to get past go every step of the way. But again, what are you looking to do for you? All I know is today, if you go to one of these events out there, I see them all the time. All these big events like I used to have all the time too. My events, you're stuck with me, the bank, or anything else giving you lines of credit and ADP and things like this, a franchise. I put you to work in my events. Nowadays, you're going to go to a big event, spend $10,000. You're going to sit up front, oh goody, maybe 20. Then you're going to listen to 4 people tell you their testimonial. You're going to hear their story, oh goody. And then after the third one, he goes, this is all I'm going to get. See, motivation's great, but it doesn't last forever. You need rules and tools. You need to be a puppet master, by the way. Boring and steady. All right, simple. I like that. 1,013 divisions just for that. And what do we do? Boring and steady. I told you and asked you to take a picture of this earlier today. I hope and pray you do. If you don't play with me, then understand how to do the Wendy's restaurant. See, in this summit, I'm going to make you get on the phone. I'm going to make sure you answer the questions too. I'm going to make you get your hands dirty a little bit. Why? Because I need you to understand this. If I get you 25% or 50 or 75% of Wendy's restaurant, it's ran by a management company. Yes, you're an investor, but you own a piece. Then we look at all the other pieces we can own. It's going to be up to you. Your choice is as simple. We get to play the game to win. Isn't that what the goal was anyway? This country was built on entrepreneur, yeah? It was built on we the people, by the way. And that's what the goal should be. Would you like to be 4A, B, C, or D? How many would it take to finish the project in an escrow? I want you to own a piece of something. Okay, that's important to me because that's what I've done since 1987. We get to play. So if you partner together with me, it's very simple. Every 3 weeks on the phone, I'm going to be telling you what to do. If it's done tonight, you get the summit for free. But again, 200,000 of credits, subdivisions, blueprint call, and every other week for what? Every 3 weeks for 12 months. That's 45,000, but tonight it's offered for 20,000 if you did it tonight. But again, what happens if you pay the 20, you and your partner of life are on the calls. When you pay the 10, it's only for you. Either way, you get the 3-day summit if you pay tonight too. It's going to be up to you to play the game to win. Maybe you just want the summit and me coaching you for every 3 weeks for the next 12 months. Now, next year, my coaching is going to be from probably Ireland, from the castle or something. Don't worry, we'll be in a silent room. I'll just show you some pictures. You go, Ray, I want to be there too. It's a business trip. I've never been on vacation, have you? So what do? 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. 29th, 30th, 31st. The goal is to be a puppet master. We have to understand how to play the game to win. That's the goal. If we play this game, if you want the 3-day summit and you want 50,000 in credit, it's $5,000. If you just want to be online, it's $2,000. Have a pizza party. If they buy anything, why don't you get the 10% referral fee? Why not? If you partner with me tonight, it's free. That's how it works. But again, there's the, all right, Zelle. There's the office phone number, 800-254-9506. There's even my personal email address too. What is our goal? Blueprint you. I have to. I cannot help you 100% until I get you on that phone for an hour. I got 30 questions they need to ask right away. I need to blueprint you, but I'm going to charge you $9.99 tonight. Do it tomorrow, it's $2,000, no problem at all. Either way, you get to win. You're still stuck with me. You partner with me, it becomes free. There's your Zelle. There's a phone number to the office right away. Simple to do. All I know for me is I wanted out of hell. Or I didn't like being used and abused, being homeless, eating out of a trash can. I was motivated to get out of hell. Maybe you're not motivated enough or you like your reruns, I don't know. But you're 35 to 75 years old. Isn't it time you own a piece of a Wendy's restaurant, a laundromat, dry cleaner, car wash, or an apartment complex or something? See, this is not we're going to invest in it for you. This is you owning a piece. This creates auto income. That's the goal. You need auto income because that's how we live our lives, is on income base. And then we can build our lifestyle. Me, I'm going to say I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ability to change our lives tonight. It's very simple. So thank you for being here tonight, and I really appreciate that. I have 4 people who have a question, so we're going to open the microphone for them too. Just have some fun.
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear those people, you can't hear me. Okay, so we put these down. I get to look like I'm flying my helicopter. Okay, all right, but it's not my helicopter, but I got the keys. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a while. I heard you guys got those 2 cards to Linda today, right? That's good. She doesn't want to share with you? Hey, that's the way it works, sir. You know this. Remember, say your biggest thing is yes, dear, yes, dear. Well, let's. This way. Who's Linda? Where's that beautiful face? There she is. Linda doesn't listen. Linda's stubborn. Makes millions here. Does it again, does it again. Fantastic. Again, we don't finish blueprint. Blueprint is simple. If we line money into a escrow, that escrow means you own 25, 50, 75% of something. Okay? We line up. We give them an opportunity, which project they want to be in. Storage unit, laundromat, whatever. We tell them flat out, based on the money I got you on the blueprint loan, okay, let's say you get the 250. And that 250, if I give it to you and I charge you 10%, you're not going to have a bill due. That's a setup. I don't want you to fall. Okay? I don't want the bill paid until we close an escrow. Okay? I'll charge you to get the cards or to line it up. If you have bank accounts showing 100,000 a month, okay. If not, I do. That's why I charge that fee to take the card and exercise it. American Express wants to see the same bank, all right, the same company using the card, paying the bill. If they can see the bill being paid through the bank statement, and they ask for bank statements or log into a blueprint loan, it all matches. So it's like right now, when Linda got the 2 cards today, the Platinum and Gold Business. When she logs into Platinum, the middle section says Blueprint Loan. If you click it, just says, just don't go through with it all. It'll ask you to unlock a bank account. You're allowed to put up to 6 bank accounts. Okay? So when all of a sudden we put bank account there, my account there, what happens is you, okay, get to that blueprint loan. When we trigger it, it's an installment loan. It allows us to create multiple installment loans. I give some clients eventually, they'll actually do 2 or 3 projects at once. All I know is when you drive by that Wendy's today, that storage unit at the laundromat, why don't we own 25% of that? Why don't we own 50%? 75, okay? I positioned so many escrows, I need more people. People became the soldiers, as Linda's been a client since 1986. So, how do we get the big loan? If she has to, income back and forth, I can guide her to do it on her own. When I have the income, I'm connecting the dots. But if I get her into a storage unit, it's $3 million. I don't want to put 20% down with one person. Okay? What I realized years ago is people don't have 300,000 to put in there. And if they did, I'm going to tell them not to. I don't want them to give me 300,000. I don't want the money anyway. You're going to put money in escrow. If you put money in escrow, do you want to put 300,000? Or do you have to put 50 or 75? Sorry, most men here have tried so many things. The women in their life support them, but the women try things and it doesn't work. We have to go back to basics. We need auto income. Auto income is getting 5,000, 10,000 all right, and building it up by divisions. 9 locations of anything at 10,000 each is 100,000 a month. If we have 100,000 a month, we do what we want to do anytime. But that doesn't mean we're rich. It doesn't mean we're done. Okay? We have more projects to do, or you have projects to do. Okay? But if we have auto income, do we have to worry about the bills? My goal as a kid was I need to bring home the money and to pay the bills. And that's why I created the auto income. So again, it's just positioning a card I get, like Linda, if that card comes here, I'll exercise it. One of those cards say Reynolds University. It's right on the card. If I use that card, pay that card from the same bank account, when I go for a blueprint loan, American Express sees that the same account was used to pay the bill, and when I get blueprint loan, they want bank statements. All right, they logged in my account to get that card. Okay, again, to get these cards, well, you would make no problem. Showing the transactions, no problem. It's like anything else. We go to Chase, they want so many transactions and average balance. Your banks do. But again, it's positioning. So I don't want you getting 100,000 to $1 million because most people piss it away. If we take a piece of money or credit and buy a piece of something, we put it on our income. Eventually, maybe you want 50%,
What you gonna do?
but again, it's up to you, right? How much of a person do you want? These are working out.
So do I.
Echo. It's like being in Verizon. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, you had to put them back in the thing and out. So they're working now, right? Maybe they don't work in my ears. My ears are broken. They're not working. Huh? I don't hear anybody.
Still here.
Well, guess what? My ears are broken. Try my left to my right. Yeah, it doesn't work. Maybe a little continue. I don't know, sir. Hey, technology is great, but it's not good when it doesn't work. Yeah.
On the line right here. Is that possible?
That's
Is that
what
what we're
happens.
gonna?
That's what happens when we get a group of, let's say, 3 people plus me, 4 people. We now are going to have Zooms together. We're going to talk together. You guys get to know each other or not. Okay? You're going to get that opportunity. Your whole opportunity is escrow. Escrow is going to want some money from you. Okay? We're going to put 10% to 20% down on something. Okay? If we got to put 200,000 down on something, 200,000 divided by 4, there's our down payment. Okay? We close escrow managed by a management company. We don't pick anything that's managed by us. Okay? Managed by third party. Now we created income. Now there's another problem here. Okay? All right, let's say there's one client, her name is Mindy. She gets $8,900 a month. But I said, you're not getting all that yet. We have to realize one thing. All right? We're going to leverage money and we're going to get more locations. If I gave you $9,000 a month right now, we have no money to leverage for the next location. The goal is to give you 50% of that money from escrow. The rest of the money stays in escrow, okay? And it's in a trust account. Nobody gets to touch it, okay? So what happens is now your loan is $2,000 a month. You got $4,200 a month, so you have $2,200 positive cash flow. Numbers don't lie, okay? So now 6 months later, okay, I have taught more rich and famous people to leverage money, okay? If we take that money in that escrow, we reference 3 times 5, it'll make it over $1 million. We will run out of this to get locations or we'll jack it up and screw it up. If we leverage to the next location again and again, we can get to the 10. So your group of getting your first one could be the same group that goes again and again. Or I have people that go they stay in a group and they jump in another group based on the dollars that they have. So it's all based on you. You control the escrow of your piece. You get a certificate of ownership. All right, you never give anybody the money but escrow after it's built. That's what you do. The goal is if we do it once and you got $5,000 a month and 6 months later it's got $8,000 a month, you got auto income. The goal from there is do it again and again and again. I think the world's screwed up. Okay, completely. Everybody should have focused on auto income in the first place because that pays our bills and frees up our time. We're measured by numbers, and unfortunately, the world didn't want to teach you how to even balance scores and all this stuff. But again, I've been around, helped do a lot of that stuff to help people understand. So if we close escrow, it's like someone in the real estate. At 21, I got tired of doing what I call flippity-dippity doos. Owning a piece of property and fixing up is a pain in the asset. It's not worth it. You need a fourplex. Fourplex, because that $600 a month now times 4 makes sense. You need an apartment complex, run by a third party. Okay, a house, it's not worth it. Okay, I'll agree with someone out there saying don't buy a house, all right, and to flip it up. Okay, but understand, everybody wants to own a home. As long as the payment is the same as your lease, you should own a house. Okay, period. It's an asset. I don't want to make someone else rich. I want to help more people. These aren't going to echo? You sure now? Okay. All right, we're going to try this. I'm not going to echo. That's what he says. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. All right. So did I answer all those questions for you?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna take 6 months to build it up, and then
Once you
and do it
close
again.
escrow, once you close escrow, okay, you gotta. To me, it's a learning curve. I want you to master this stuff and not just hear it. I want you to be part of it. My thing is I force people to be part of this so they understand it. Okay? If you don't understand it, it's like, Linda's known me for 30, 40 years. Other people here have known me for 30, 40 years. I make them get their hands dirty. When they buy an apartment complex, they know what needs to be done. They got their hands dirty because they have to understand it. We got to quit hiring people to do things for us. The attorney, the CPA, blah, 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 because we get ripped off most of the time. Again, you're going to get into an auto income. It's happening money now. Do you have to wait 6 months for that to leverage into more? Yes. But if I got you 2 blueprint loans or you didn't use it all, a blueprint loan's $250,000 up to that. If you put $25,000 in a project, how many projects would you like to do at the same time? Okay? You're not controlled by one project. Okay? You basically have the money to do so. But I'm always not going to back you in a corner. I get clients that say, I'm going to do it my way. Forget it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I got a client 4 weeks ago pissed off at me. I used my bank statements to get a loan. We got the loan for $240. He says, Ray, I don't want to partner with you. I just want the loan. A, he would have maxed it out, screwed it up. B, I gave my bank statements to them, and I'm a partner, and I'm going to back away from it. Hell no, I got to close the loan. Okay? He's mad at me because I closed the loan. Okay? We told the truth. These are my bank statements. This is the loan we partner in. You don't, I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. The next problem is like a Karen, or like I say, Miss Walker. I don't want to give them the money. Okay? Can you imagine me giving you $250,000 a day, okay, and you or Linda wrote a check and you can't afford to pay the payment? That's what everybody's done here. You spent money you couldn't afford to pay, and then you're out of balance. It's you make a mess. If we take that blueprint loan and we position it to escrow, and you write checks from escrow into it, you can't back yourself in a corner. You have extra money to maintain the payment. But all of a sudden, we can look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. 6 months to a year from now, you have 9 locations, $100,000 a month. Is it worth the hell to go through to get that? Of course it is. Okay?
Yes.
Because you've taken a lifetime to try to do it right, and I'm sorry, most people didn't do it right. I just want you to own 25% of the Wendy's restaurant, 25 Jack in the Box, storage unit, laundromat, car wash. All right, ran by a third party. Own a piece of something. Okay? That's income today, not an investment. I don't want people to invest in long-term crap. I don't believe in long-term crap. Because by the time they're dead, the reality is they didn't enjoy life. All right? They have too much regret. We have to enjoy life, then use that money to invest. Then an investment opportunity. But then we got to quit leaving things to what? I'm sorry, we have to leave a legacy. My son comes in almost every Saturday in our workshop, and he introduces himself. He's 11 years old. He's been praying at church since he was 5. They asked who wanted to pray. He grabbed the mic and he went to town. That's my son. He's a genius like the other kids are. But he knows one thing: he's going to replace me when I'm dead. They don't get to inherit anything. When you transfer an asset in irrevocable trust to a person, they got to pay tax. I call that stupid. If we build a legacy, whatever we own today, don't we want our kids just to take it over? I think we forgot how to leave a legacy. Okay? The children should, like the empire, the Kennedys, the Hiltons, all this, they took over the asset. Why are we not doing this? What's wrong with us? We want to die and liquidate everything and just give them some money in a house? That's probate. Yeah, a trust. We can offset, probate. Okay. Then what do we do? Okay. I don't like to sell anything. I like to keep it forever. Okay. Every time you sell something, there's a tax. Someone's got their hand out. Okay. IRS, state, whatever. Let's own it forever. But that's just my opinion. Okay.
Okay. You answered more questions than I have more questions, but you answered them already, kind of like in what you were saying.
Not a
So,
problem. Okay.
see you this weekend.
You got it.
All right.
All right, Nick, what about Marvette or Howard or anybody who's got their hands up? Huh?
Get your hand.
Okay. Raul's there too. Hi, guys.
Yeah,
How we doing,
right here.
Rose?
Hi, Ray. Good to see you. Thanks for the class. Always
problem.
learning something. You're very knowledgeable.
I do
Thank
my
you very
best
much.
and let God do the rest. You guys are welcome.
Yes, sir.
He gets the credit. I'm just the vehicle to help you. You've been with me
Yes.
for 25 years, so heck, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah. We didn't do it perfectly, but you know what? We were blessed in the journey, and
we're glad
but
we're
we
back.
followed what you've done, and we want to take it to the next level.
Yep.
With you.
So we partnered up with you, and we did the coaching. We started with the coaching a few months ago,
Yes.
and we bought the aged corp, and we're ready to go forward with that. So I think our meeting is tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Our next meeting is tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
So
I'm sure Burnett has the file ready on my desk, ready to go, and we can have more fun.
Yep.
Okay, no problem at all.
yeah. So the question is, I guess tomorrow when we meet, I will discuss all the following steps. I've gathered one of my questions was answered by the other gentleman that asked it, or you answered it by the other gentleman that asked about how long it takes for the membership or the partnership to work. So
well,
we're on board, sir.
Okay. Well,
no, it's not. It takes time.
It's what it does. It takes time. We got to look at everybody here, 35 to 75 years old. They've taken the time. I think they've taken the time to do it wrong. Let's do it this way instead. What do we have to lose? Nothing. We get auto income. That's the end of the day.
Yes.
We want income. All right. We live by income anyway, and then we can figure out about investing.
Auto income.
And we want to leave a legacy.
Yes, we want to leave a legacy, and we want it to be boring.
All right, guys.
Thank
Who
you.
do I have next?
Thank you. Thank you,
Marvette?
Ray.
You're welcome. Nick, are we there?
Hello. How are you doing, Mr. Ray?
I'm always doing good, always good.
That's good. That's good. What I wanted to ask you, the program that you was talking about was for 9 to 9, but if we get it on here to be 7, how long is the process to get the funds?
You got to work with a specialist. This is me. I hate talking about money. Okay, I do it here because of presentation, because we went through coma, went through pandemic, and I talk about money a little bit. Okay, and what needs to be done, and I try to give discounts. We have specialists that have base and commission, and I let them, if it's not something that's done right away, you talk with them, they work with you. That's the goal, is work with one of the specialists. If you've been assigned to one, great. If not, they'll assign you to someone. The goal is to
Okay, well I have a file that's been in there, I think, since last week, and I was wondering what was going on with that.
call the specialist tomorrow. All right, if they'll see it tonight as well. And tomorrow they'll reach out to you and tell you what needs to be done with your file.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Have a
you.
blessed day.
You too.
Okay. Howard, you have a question?
Yes. Thanks, Ray.
No problem.
Yeah, I know you mentioned before when I said I had another property for sale, you said I should keep it, which I understand that. The property, not my home that I live in, which I own, and both of them don't have any mortgage on them. The reason why I wanted to flip that one is when I purchased that as a fixer up, they took my disability from me. So I figure I use that to invest and things like that. So, but I did get in to get my credit fixed. So thank you for that. I'm working. You guys are helping me with that. So what steps should I do from here on? Should I still just keep that property? And
If the property could be leased out, I would keep it, and a little bit the payment on the refinance or pull money out to be above so the lease could be paid. That property is going to go up. You sell it to liquidate to create money, that's fine. That's what you want to do. Me, I'm going to basically lease it out, find out what I can get for it, have it managed by a third-party real estate office, and then I'm going to put a loan on it that's below the lease payment, so I get auto income, the difference between. All right, to me, it's an asset. I don't like
Right.
selling assets. I want it to make money. Unfortunately, it's only a property. It's going to gain you $600 to $1,000 a month. That's the most. Okay, if it's a fourplex, it's going to get you probably $2,000 or $3,000 a month. But it's a property. If you feel it's to sell it, then you can sell it and turn that into a 1031 exchange, buy another property. Your house currently is paid for. Your personal house needs to be in that trust, irrevocable trust, and we do protect the equity on that too.
okay.
So, I mean, there's different ways to position it. I'll give you every different direction which way to do it. You got to make the decision what you want to do at the end of the day.
All right. I appreciate it. That's kind of like the two questions I had.
No problem. You have a blessed night.
Thank you. God bless.
Nick, you giving me somebody new?
Yes, sir. This one on the corner.
Mark's waving his hand too. He's trying to put it up. Okay.
I'm asking her on her mic, but
Okay, go to Mark. He was waving his hand. All right.
Hello?
How you doing?
Hello, Ray. Okay, I've been watching you and studying you for the last month. Of course, there's always people trying to tell you, "Oh no, it's a scam." I believe and trust what you've done. I'm working with Jake. He showed you what I try to do. Eliminate. I just try to do debt elimination. Started a year ago to eliminate like $35,000. I had 9 credit cards, and the first thing they told me to do was close all my credit cards, and they were going to negotiate all my debt. Well, it didn't happen. Well, as of today, the money they took from me, it was $4,000. I got that check back today. So I'm ready. I want to do something with you, but you have several things you can offer. I don't know where to start. I could
Biggest
use your
thing
help.
is, let's have Jake get the file and look at it because you did the debt consolidation crap. All right, all I tell this group and other people is credit bureaus, all three agencies, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax, used to have consumer credit counseling on there. It was nonprofit. It was my organization. It's how it works. Nonprofit debt consolidation works. What you got in that rabbit hole doesn't work, and they just took your money to nothing. We've got to look at the file, figure out what we need to do, what's left. If there's something left, we have to take what's left and figure out the other ones. Do we have to negotiate? Is going to charge off? We got to figure out where do we rebuild. The next thing I'm always going to target, if it's Chase or American Express, or we had those, can we save those because they were some of the best, or do I need to do a vision of you? The vision of you can solve problems. It's like supply credit turns into cash. Unfortunately, in the world today, out of the millions and millions of people I've helped, there's always a handful of people, it must be a scam. Well, that's just typical for people. You have people on this here right now who've been clients of mine for 20, 30 years, okay? And I've helped them every step. They want to go to the next level, the next level, the next level. So all I can do is help as many people as I can. But again, we got to look at your file. That's our starting point. So
That's
make sure
fine.
that Jake brings me the file tomorrow morning. we figure out what we need to do next.
Okay, now one more thing. I own a catering business. I've been doing this. Like you. I've been doing this almost 50 years. Next year is my 50th year in the business. I've had four different kitchens. Each time you build a new kitchen, it's $125,000 to redo it. This is it. I want this final step to be with you. I want to continue on. Good example. I'm doing a $10,000 funeral coming up on Tuesday morning. I got to work Monday. I can't come to your event, but I will be online if that's possible to do this, the study, and learn everything I can possibly learn from you.
That's
Um,
not a problem. That's why we offer it online or in person. And when
so,
Jake
so
reaches out tomorrow after I look at the file, figure out what you guys want to do. The
yeah,
main thing
but
is I'm here to help as many as I can.
yep, I have a limited amount of money. I want to get the first steps going, invest in you, so I can invest in me, and I'm ready to listen to you.
You got it. All right.
Thank you
You
so
have a
much.
blessed day. Okay.
Thank you.
Nick, are we going to Brown? Are we going to Robin?
Hi,
Hey, sweetheart, where's your husband?
working as usual. Um,
Okay.
um, some months ago, I think you put 10 of us in something I think it's called like the fast track. Can you tell me what's the status on that?
Fast track basically is exercising cards to go after blueprint loans. We have a
Okay,
call coming up with both of you in about a week. Our biggest
okay,
thing when we went to B of A said we needed a personal card, all right, for line of credit, because banks want a personal business card for line of credit. We want to get checkbook money. Then we want to get another checkbook money from Chase, because you're both on the B of A accounts. You have the
right.
nonprofit, he's got the profit. So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to be able to position him first, then you next. The biggest thing is looking at that. So our next call to make sure for both of you, we're lining it up, because on his file, I noticed a Bank of America personal card for 20,000. So I got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure exactly what they're asking for, because we're going to give them what they want. We have the
Right.
account average balance. There's $3,400 in that account, and the goal is to basically leverage it to the checkbook money. Checkbook
Okay.
money is debit card, and it's basically a checkbook. We don't have to pay for anything till we write a check. Okay. Then we go out to the blueprint loan. The blueprint loan will do the same thing. So that's
Okay.
where we're at right now. So
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
no problem. You have a blessed night. Tell Robert I said hi.
All right, I sure will.
All right, Nick, looks like that's all it is for tonight. If you have a specialist, please, okay, reach out to your specialist. All right, I want to help as many people as I can, but understand something. Auto income, all right, is getting money enough to put into an escrow, close an escrow, you own a piece of 25, 50, 75. It's not to be rich. Get that out of your head. You're never going to be rich. Your corporation with divisions can get up to 100,000 a month. That, if you want to call it rich, to me, it's not rich. Okay, it's auto income, and then you can develop other things as well. That's the goal, is get an income. We live by income and lifestyle. Then we can figure out how to invest in other things. But if we don't have the income, it makes us a dead duck. So have a great and a blessed night. All right, we'll see you next time. And again, reach out to your specialist tomorrow. And always remember one thing, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And at the end of the day, it's simple. God loves us all.